You were in band, right?
Yeah.
I was an orchestra kid. I was an dork.
Orca-dork.
So we looked down on the band kids because they left spit on the stage after they finished. And that's disgusting.
I did
Orchestra's
it. I
clean.
wasn't a brass. I
What'd you
wasn't a brass
Percussion?
instrument. No. I played the flute.
That, you tip it, and a little dribble out the end. I've seen it. Flutes think that they're like, the clean ones, but I don't believe it.
I feel like spit comes more out straight. And then it's on your sheet music. No, but that's on the sheet music. It's not on the floor.
Oh, that is sick. I have never spat on my sheet music before. Like, maybe you get a little drool down your chin when you're playing violin, but there's no spitting.
There's no excuse to have drool coming down your chin.
Hey, if you're focused. People have weird, like, focused faces, you know? Like, some people scrunch.
Drool coming
Other people,
down?
their mouths pop open. There's one guy in the Grand Rapids Symphony. I love watching him because he looks like Captain Hook from the movie Hook.
Okay.
He puffs his cheeks when he's playing something hard. He goes... And he's good. But again, there's no bodily fluids on the stage afterward.
Unless the guy's drooling. There's just no excuse to drool for your concentration face. I understand.
Some people don't get over drooling, okay? When was the last time you drooled? Like, we're not talking about laying in bed and you wake up.
I was
going to
say sleeping.
No, we're talking about, like, middle of the day. Talking with somebody. When was the last time that happened to you?
I don't think it ever happens. Does that happen to you?
Yeah, sure.
What?
I don't know if I forget to swallow or if my saliva is just copious. It has been a while now. I guess I'm getting it together. Maybe the beard catches it. But there are just times where you're talking, and then all of a sudden you have to go... And then you're faced with a decision. Like, do we just keep going? Or do you say something right then? And it depends.
And what do you usually do? Do you or do you not?
Most of the time I say something like, I was about to drool. And then you keep going.
Okay.
If I'm talking to you after Mass, and literally I drool from my lip to the floor, do you think something needs to be said?
Well, yeah, because that's not normal. If it's not normal, then yeah, sure. I don't even know what I would do. Like, as the person, like,
that's
watching
just it.
it.
Yeah, they're embarrassed for you, and they're like, do I act like I didn't see it? Do I laugh?
Everyone leave a comment if you've seen Father Rob drool.
I'm getting better. I mean, I know most people grow out of it when they're like...
The beard doesn't catch it, though?
No, and what's funny is I can't find any pattern. I mean, it doesn't happen that often. You know, it's like a couple times per year, maybe. But it's, I haven't figured out the pattern. Like, am I focused? Am I tired? Am I, like, just very expressive and talking too much? I mean, I spit sometimes when I talk.
Well, yeah, that's normal. That's normal. Especially when you need to, like, project from the pulpit or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to be, like, very conscious of my spit now. Like, I just, like, it hasn't happened to
my
me.
World.
I'm glad we weren't driving as we said that, because I totally would not have been paying attention.
We're just getting warmed up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's intro this. Hello, everyone. My name is Annie Willisett, and we are back for Season 2 of Fueling Up with Father. And today I have with me...
I'm Father Rob Mulderink. I'm the pastor at St. Luke up in Allendale in Grand Valley. And then I'm also the director of priestly vocations for our diocese.
Yes.
This is my first time.
Whoop whoop.
First time on this show in this car.
Highly requested. Well,
so far so good.
Yeah, this is a new car. And this is my formal apology to every priest that did Season 1 with me, because we used my beater family van that was no AC. So, yeah, that's what they all went through.
It's like an interrogation chamber.
Exactly, get the truth out of him. No, I'm kidding. He gets motorized seats, and there's seat warmers or air conditioners. if you
This
want.
has cooled seats too. I'm cranking
Yeah.
that up.
Cranking that up.
Goes up to 3.
Also, my winter update is I had my thyroid removed like 2 months ago. What's the date?
It's healing
A
up
month and a
nicely.
half ago. Yeah. Yep. I got hit with the family autoimmune diseases. Well, I have a different one than everyone else. But yes, Graves' disease. So, anyways, got removed. I'm good. I'm better. Anyways, that's that. So now I'm rocking this lovely
Do you tell any good stories about it?
scar. Not really, but my favorite thing to come of it is I can say I would rather have my throat slit again than
Wow. That's
do XYZ or have
Can't say that.
XYZ. Like, it's so niche, and it's also like dramatic, obviously.
and true.
And true. I don't know. It's kind of, we'll see how it keeps healing. You guys will be my healing log because throughout the summer we'll see how much better it gets. But I am being good about vitamin E oil and sunscreen.
That's the stuff.
So, yes. Tim Hortons is Canadian, isn't it?
That's true, yep.
I was just curious. I've never been there.
Tim Hortons?
I mean, I've never been there, so I might as well try it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
go
the
left
biggest
here,
big
actually.
beef person.
You don't have to go through
Left.
campus.
Okay. Yeah, there's more cars on campus than I thought there was going to be when I was driving through, though.
It's new student orientation. Lots of fun. You see all these really awkward high school seniors.
Yep.
All different shapes and sizes. You try and guess, like, what clique were you in? Fascinating. But they're all in the same group.
I did not peak in high school.
People
at
tell me
all.
I didn't either.
Like, yeah. Not that I believe in, like, peaking, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm still
But,
coming
like,
to my peak.
high school was not it for sure. Like,
Yeah.
that I do know.
Yeah, I did peak in popularity in high school.
Really?
I went
Peaked
to
in
Blue Lake Fine
popularity.
Arts Camp. Okay,
Okay.
only one summer.
For your orca dorkness.
Yes, played in the
Yes.
orchestra there. But while I was there, that was the year that I grew my hair out and found out that I can grow an afro. And this was also probably during the peak popularity of Napoleon Dynamite.
No!
So
Did you look like
I was-
Napoleon Dynamite?
yeah, I was a staple on that campus. But that was it. Napoleon Dynamite was big. I had a red afro, and so people would like run
That's
up
just
to
what
me.
you were known as.
Yeah, they just called me Napoleon.
Napoleon,
But they'd
yeah.
run up to me and be like, "Do the thing." And I'm not even that good at it, but I would
Did you
just
do
be
the
like,
dance thing?
"God." And they loved it. Or like walking across the campus, people would shout out from the other side of the square, like, "Hey, Napoleon!" Give them a little wave, and they were like, "Ah!" So it was good. I found out what it's like.
All right, let's order our coffee. Do you know what you're getting?
No, just a butter pecan latte.
Whoa. Can I do a small hot butter pecan latte, lightly sweetened? And then can I do a small vanilla cream cold brew? And that'll be it.
That was quick.
That was speedy. I was like not prepped.
Well done.
This is very ombre. Is it good? It smells good. A little ASMR.
Yeah, it's good.
Whoa, that's really sweet. I'm gonna have a sugar rush now.
That's what we need.
I'm gonna be buzzing.
That's entertainment.
Yeah.
That's what the people like. You came
Which
to
is good.
commission, though.
Yeah,
Nice.
I did.
How was it?
It was good.
Yeah, I thought that was a brilliant event because everybody wants a young adult group that's put on by a parish.
Yeah.
But really what they want is, can I show up when I want and someone else manage organizing and snacks? And maybe there will be good people there for me to know.
Mm-hmm.
And so what always happens is there's no buy-in, and then things fall apart in a number of ways. So I just don't think that's a good idea for young adult groups generally. I don't think it's sustainable, and I think it is actually not good for people. So the
For
whole
what
point
exactly?
of this,
Like
I think that is like
something super orchestrated?
yeah. I mean, I think a large event
Mm-hmm.
is a good thing to be like institutionally sponsored.
Okay.
Like, yeah, we got this young adult thing, and it's 250 people from around the diocese. Great. Like, you're doing something that
Awesome.
an individual could not do.
Sure.
But if you do like a young adult thing
Mm-hmm.
every month or twice a month, then you're just holding people's hands, and when the thing caves in or when they move away or whatever, they're just as like lost as before, and they're gonna get there and be like, why doesn't anybody have a young adult group for us? Come on, you're supposed to do this yourself.
Yeah, that is true.
So commission, or I think the best young adult groups are like, this is a place where I can find people,
Mm-hmm.
but then I'm supposed to know what I need. Like, I need some people in a Bible study with me, or I want to pray with people, or I just need some friends to not even do anything organized with, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go make it happen. Is this a quirk? All my family do this, okay?
Okay.
When we taste something,
You do that?
yeah.
Like
Like if we wanna
subconsciously
deeply
or
taste it.
consciously?
Subconsciously. I mean, sometimes it's intentional, but
Yeah, I feel like that's like a family learned mannerism.
do you ever do that? Do the Willisons do that? Like, ooh, taste this. What? Pick something. Taste this cheese. You want to get a good, deep taste. You just gotta
No, I don't think so.
try it with your coffee. Take a sip and then just give a little. Do you taste more?
I don't think so. Maybe it has something to do with like the Mulderink taste buds. Like you need to do that to like fully unlock them. I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
I mean, we definitely have weird family quirks. We all have kind of like the same sense of humor that's pretty niche.
That's the best.
And
Did you ever get to go to the Catholic Young Adult Talent Show my
no,
brothers put on?
no.
They took a year off because they got married and they're having children and stuff.
Blah, blah,
I'm really hoping
blah.
it comes back. I know.
Well, no, I didn't
Wow,
really
wow.
know your family until like recent years, and I started connecting the dots.
Okay, well, if and when you get to see any of that, that is like,
Is this like a big thing they put on for like the diocese? Is this like
yeah, they did
an
it at the
event?
Basilica like 3 years in a row. It was like,
Really?
it was a few hundred people, yeah.
Wow,
It was
that's like legit.
so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, in that talent show, that is like my family's sense of humor showcased. It like everything, every
Showcased.
little word, action, gesture, expression, hilarious. Because my brothers and I all have the same sense of humor, and some people don't get it, so they're sitting there scratching their head, and I'm on the floor, dying because it's so funny.
We were never like performative. Like
kinda
that
surprised.
wasn't.
You guys got a lot of charisma,
Yeah, but it's more like
a lot of presence.
we have a lot of presence. We're loud. We're crazy. But it's more just like our like wit. We have like our family has pretty good comedic timing, and different people have different strengths. My brother Ben is the best comedic texter, which is a very niche skill. He'll just send a
And the
text,
timing
and
on
it's
that,
hilarious.
it matters, and it's much harder to do.
Yes,
But if you get it right.
it is. Hi, police officer. Don't.
I'm sweating.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like tell me you're like being kidnapped or something.
Help, help.
Don't do that.
That is a big bird. Look at that thing. I think it's
Weird.
a turkey.
Oh,
Looks like a
in the
dinosaur.
thing.
Yeah.
Looks like a dinosaur.
I think that's my third best way of staying awake while driving. Turning up the music, but it has to be something that you can sing really loud.
Right.
Second best way is a box of crackers. Just munch on the crackers. Works great. But the best way,
Uh-huh.
take your left leg, raise your foot off the ground,
Yeah.
and just hold it in the air for as long as you can. You can't fall asleep while your leg is on fire. It works.
Really?
Yeah. It's agony.
It's agony.
But it works. Try it.
Okay.
Try to see how long you can do it.
My dad always ate corn nuts, or still will.
Uh-huh.
Like, because he would
go-to.
like crunch, and he would crunch them so loud to like keep himself awake. He'd be like, Just- there's something so dad about a corn nut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
absolutely
saying?
true.
Like, no one. I'm convinced no one else eats corn nuts, but they do the
your dad
classic
even
like
get excited about 'em?
handshake and then throw them in their mouth. You
Yeah.
know, it's just like.
I wonder why that's a universal gesture.
And why do only men do it?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
You don't do it?
No.
Get a handful of peanuts or something?
If you are a female that does that, let me know. I'm genuinely curious because I'm convinced it's only like men a few years out of college start doing it. And it's like a sign that like you're like getting older. Do you do it?
The same time you get interested in vacuums and lawnmowers.
Mm-hmm.
They
all go together. They all correlate. Or like with peanut M&Ms.
Mm-hmm.
This is the other thing. I think that way more men prefer peanut M&Ms than women. Not to make this all like separated, but
I like peanut M&Ms.
And I like normal M&Ms, and I'm a woman.
Wow.
So therefore, whatever Father Rob likes is the standard for men. Whatever I like is the standard for women.
Yeah. Speaking of men and women, real quick.
Yeah.
Do you think this is true? This is true in my experience. I'm
gonna tell you what I think.
I just want to know what it's like from your perspective.
Okay.
The best conversations I have with guys are in the car.
Yes, I have heard this too.
Shoulder to shoulder, facing the same way. If
Yes.
I'm talking to a guy not in the car, you sit on two chairs facing the same direction. Much better. Yeah, we're at ease.
It's like weird. Does it feel like intimidating being like face to face?
I don't think it's intimidating. It's just, it is uncomfortable.
Yeah, I guess so. It probably just feels more relaxed because you're looking around at things, and then all of a sudden things pop out.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm driving with one of my brothers or something. It's like, it's chill. Mm-hmm. But then recently I took my sister someplace.
Yeah.
Sitting up in the front seat. And the whole time she's like sitting like this. As I'm driving, I'm like, stop looking at me. It was really uncomfortable. It does. I don't think it's because I feel like I'm talking to myself, but it's like because something is being done. Because
you're like multitasking.
I'm not the center of attention. Yeah, exactly. Like we're doing something and happen to be talking. Mm-hmm. That's a lot easier. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is interesting.
But girls, it's not like that for you?
I mean, we do get into deep conversations in the car, but it's not the only place. It's just like one of the many. It's like we'll be in the middle of a restaurant too, and also be sharing way too much information for the public, probably.
When you're at the restaurant, do you sit across the table from each other?
Yeah. Do you not?
No, I discovered that you can sit diagonally, and I'm never going back.
Like if you're at if there's two of you at dinner.
Yeah.
And there's like
square
four
table,
seats.
4 chairs, yeah.
You go one, and then
two
like
right next
directly
to
your right.
Mm-hmm. And then you're both kind of looking off the other way. It's great.
What?
Much better conversations.
Really?
It's kind of like it's the Parisian cafe method. You know, if you go to some sort of Paris coffee shop.
Yeah.
Sit down at a table. Everybody's just facing out into the street.
Right.
You got to try it sometime.
I feel like that's more like the way you sit on a date. But is that just because because it's a guy?
I don't know. Do you sit like that on a date? Now I'm second guessing myself. Now I'm going to ask you to edit this out.
What do you mean? What? No, but I'm saying.
On a date, you sit across from each other, don't you?
Sometimes, but sometimes I guess it'd be both. But I would never be like,
second guessing everything.
Grace, let's go grab dinner and then sit next to each other. Like, that would be weird. I would think it would be less weird if a guy did that. But maybe that's just because guys prefer that.
Maybe. Yeah, now we're entering the realm of unknowing for me because...
You haven't been on a date in a while?
I don't have dinner with a single girl ever.
I'm not saying, it's just,
Is that how dates work?
I mean, sometimes. It also just depends on what you're doing.
You don't want to look deeply into the other person's eyes?
Well, I mean, maybe. I don't feel like I'm the normal, like, girl to ask about these things because... my dad always says I'm very not romantic. I don't know. I'm just not, like, poems make me cringe hardcore. One of the things.
Yeah, but if it was a poem from somebody you really, really, really liked,
I'd be like, just tell me straight up. I don't know. But I'm also not big, like words of affirmation's not really my love language. So maybe that's part of it too. And my worst nightmare is being serenaded to. Truly. Truly, honestly. You can be a good singer. You can sing in front of me, whatever. But something about like you looking in me in the eyes with a guitar in hand singing to me. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Well, it's the same
Smile
question as happy birthday.
And just like, but then it's diffused, right? You can look around the room.
Yeah,
if just one person's singing you happy birthday, that's also a different situation. But like when someone's like, I've prepared this song for you, I'd be like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't. Has this
you
happened
like
to you?
Freeze up. I just fear it happening to me.
I don't.
If we're singing in the car together, whatever. You know.
What happens in the movies when someone is serenaded?
I don't know, but I just feel like
they just kind of look
be...
sweetly.
Yeah, but then I'm just like, I don't know. It just, yeah.
What's the proper response? I don't even know.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
Or laugh?
It's kind of like, you know, in those photos, we're like, I don't know what to do with my hands. You know, we're like, what do I do?
Oh, yeah.
If you've been serenaded before, what do you do?
I can't think of any, like, decent response to that.
See, now you have a fear of being serenaded too. I mean, there'd be much bigger problems if you were serenaded too, but...
I have never considered this, but this might be a new fear.
Do you have any hot takes?
Hot takes. This is, man, it's such a good opportunity, and I don't want to squander it. Think for a second.
You can take a moment to think.
Do you know where we are at all?
No.
I think I gave a hot take on young adult groups.
Okay.
That was something, but let me think about another one.
Yeah, but there's also just the practicality of that, because the thing is that young adult, like that phase of life is so fluid. You know, people are single or married or with children or engaged or XYZ. There's just a million life paths you could be on.
Yeah, which then always
at the
sounds
same
like
age.
you need, well, then you need a just married young adult group, or a married and one kid young adult group, because they like so quickly they're like, I can't relate with you guys anymore.
Right. That is what makes it difficult. So,
or we're all trying to find someone to date, small group.
Yeah.
That's one of the...
This is my hot take. Young adult groups simply to find a spouse. Now, you can meet your spouse at a young adult group. Mm-hmm. And you could click with someone from your young adult group, or someplace you go, and you go out on dates, and it can be your spouse. And I think that's fine and dandy. Yeah. But I don't like the concept of going to young adult groups for the sake of just like spouse searching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it adds this like pressure.
Yeah.
And when you see something on there that says like singles only, it's like, okay, so I automatically know that everyone here is just here to find a spouse. Yeah. Because then it feels forced and unnatural.
I really liked that Catholic speed dating thing.
I did go to one.
I just thought that was good, because it's like, this isn't this isn't young adult group. Mm-hmm. This is actually about dating.
Right. You're not trying to pretend like it's something that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good. What are the essentials?
No. What do you mean the essentials? The thing that was hard to...
introduce yourself to somebody in 3 minutes?
Like almost how would you like wrap yourself up in 3 minutes? Yeah. What's my elevator pitch for myself?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You talk about how many siblings you have?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my family's just like really important to me. And if you don't do well in family chaos, it's probably not a good fit. Which doesn't always mean that you come from a large family.
Do you name your quirks right then, like drooling?
No, I kind of let my crazy come out later. But like, you can't lay out your cards too quick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
unless you find that one person.
I'm pretty comfortable, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you basically see, like, what you see is what you get. Like, this is who I am.
I think that's really good.
I have a hard time if I'm not being myself. Like, I immediately feel uncomfortable. You know something's weird about me.
Dude, I think the biggest problem with dating right now is that, I don't know, people feel kind of desperate. I don't know why, or at least they feel insecure in relationships.
Maybe.
And you're like, I feel like this. Like, anybody would be lucky to date you. What's going on here? And then because of that, they turn themselves into what they think the other person wants them to be.
Yeah.
And then
that's not what they want.
Yeah. And then they're like, I feel like I can't be myself. Or like, there's this thing I want to talk about, but I'm afraid to, because what if they misunderstand? You're like, this is the whole point. You're dating them, like, you gotta This is the risk, the risk of authenticity, you know?
Right.
And if they don't like it and they break up with you,
on.
that's a success.
That
That means
is.
you did it right.
I'm very pro breakups
Me too.
because I think your time is one of the biggest gifts you can give a person because you can't
well
get it
put.
back.
Yeah.
And so you should be conscious of who you're spending your time with, because why waste your time on people that don't like push you to be better or like make you worse or
Yeah, when you realize
have
this
you
isn't
moving
going
things
anywhere.
on. Yeah. And I'm not saying like
Pull the plug.
stick with what's comfortable. I'm very anti-comfort. However, like there is a certain point where it's like you have to just be real with who you're spending your time with. And why waste your time on someone that you don't feel like you can be yourself with?
Yeah. But what is necessary for that? Like prior to that, what do you have to have in yourself to be able to do that? Like, I'm going to be authentic, and if you don't want to keep dating me, then that's fine.
Well, I think you have to have like self-confidence, and that means you don't have any insecurities. Everyone has insecurities, so it doesn't mean you solve every little thing, but it's like if you take the time. Someone told me to do this once when I was like young, and I'm very grateful that they did, but it's ask God who you are and who he created you to be, and learn that from your maker who designed you. Then you become more confident in yourself. Like, ask God to show you these things, because he will show you who, like, he made you to be.
Yeah, that's good.
And then you learn to be comfortable with that.
You make it sound easy.
It's not easy.
Where do you get your confidence?
Honestly, people who made me question who I was. And then I had to be like, is that true or is that false? And how do I learn to be comfortable with it? It's a lot of time in prayer. And it's a lot of time being like, okay, this person doesn't like X, but I do. I don't know. I think I kind of have been like that from a young age. So
I think you have to have that kind of confidence. I think the other thing, though, is that, like, there's a weird, I don't know, I guess all of us are, like, tempted with this. But when you want something,
yeah,
like, I like this person, and I want them to like me,
yeah,
and I want them to want to date me, and I don't want to lose them,
yeah,
then, like, what kind of tools do you have at your disposal? And one of them is kind of like to manipulate the situation, which is, it's living in a false world. When you're like, I'll just change how I act, or I'll hold back and I won't say this or something, so that I can still have this relationship with this person. But it's just, it's a road to nowhere, because it's like,
right,
you can't pretend like things are different, or you can't pretend that you are different, just to try and cling to this.
My biggest hype up, there's a really good John Henry Newman quote that I was trying to memorize and I haven't, but I'll link it. It's just really good, because it's like, only you can be you. Like, God's never going to create someone else to fill the shoes that he intended you to fill. And so everyone has their purpose. Everyone's supposed to be unique, and we're all made in the image and likeness of God, and we all have a unique part of God, therefore, in us. And if we don't show that to the world, then it's not going to be shown, because that was designed just for us. So also, you should be confident in that in yourself, but then also too, like, looking for that in other people helps you appreciate diversity of opinions and people and quirks and X, Y, and Z. So I think it's also like changing how you view other people.
Yeah.
But I also think that, I don't know, you kind of have to do that work in yourself first.
No, I think you're totally right.
What's your discernment advice for priests? We've talked about your dating advice.
Yeah, discernment advice. The two biggest obstacles to discernment are selfishness and fear. And they usually go together, because you're afraid for your life, so you got to take care of yourself, and then you justify your own selfishness. If you're fearless and selfish, then you know that you're full of yourself and that you should probably do something about that. But if you're a fearful, selfish person, then it's all justified, you know? And it ends up just closing everything off, because you got to take care of yourself. You got to find your way. You got to keep everything that you can get. Anything that you give away is a loss to you, and then you're poorer afterward. But both of these things, selfishness and fear, they're garbage, and they shouldn't have any say in your life, and they don't have to actually be obstacles at all. So I mean, if you're afraid, like Jesus has some things to say to you. And if you're selfish, then I don't have anything to say to you, except when you get over yourself, let me know. But in the meantime, enjoy your miserable little life.
Director of Vocations, everybody. That's good. I love a little tough love. So how do you get over the fear?
Knowing God, knowing His power and His love for you, knowing like how particular and specific His providence and help is, you find out you actually have nothing to be afraid of ever. Like, let terrible suffering come your way. Okay, let tragedy strike. All right. Even then, we don't have to be afraid.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of the time, it's not even that. Most of the time, it's just like, I'm scared of things that aren't happening and will never happen. And they paralyze me and make me kind of shrink my life and make everything I do one big insurance policy to keep me out of some sort of terrible tragedy that will never happen.
True.
But following the Lord, man, it's risky and safe.
Yeah.
Like, it's dangerous and safe because that's what Jesus said. How about this for a hot take? Something like, what's worse than never having anything that costs your whole life is to not have anything that costs your whole life.
True.
Like, if you can't find something that's worth dying for, what are we doing here?
True.
End up just living in this like weird, fake, mediocre, vanilla paradise where everything is bland and...
True, because you're going to die anyways, so why not have something to die for?
That's good. Maybe I should have started with that. You're going to die anyway.
So
Can't
why
change
not
that.
have it mean something?
That's good.
Yeah.
What would I happily give my life for? I don't think there's a lot of people that would say nothing comes to mind.
I know. There's every once in a while, too, where I'm like, I take inventory and be like, am I comfortable? And should I be?
Yeah, when you were hating on comfort, I was like, I'm not, I hate comfort too, yeah.
I don't hate comfort. I love comfort, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Lord doesn't live in comfort.
Nope.
Not a single part of his life was comfortable, if you read any of the Gospels. And so, we're not made, and there's that JP2 quote, you're not made for comfort, you're made for greatness.
Oh, yeah. That's Benedict
And I love
16.
that quote. I have to tell you this because I haven't told you. A quote of yours is written on a sticky note sitting on my desk.
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It changed, so much perspective for this year.
I'm kind of scared. What does it say?
Luke told me to listen to your homily from your niece's funeral.
Oh. Yeah.
Which is one of the best homilies I've ever heard in my entire life. It probably will stay that way. But your phrase, love more, hurt more.
Yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, turn right here.
Aww.
Jane.
Yeah. But you use the phrase, love more, hurt more, regret nothing, when talking about her parents. And that rocked my world. And I wrote it, and I've been trying to live my life by it.
I will stand by that. I gotta listen to that homily again. It is good. That is such a grace that the Lord gave because I was not super prepared or anything, but He gave a lot of good words. But it was just, I think, it's something very similar. Like, maybe something about without regret or something, but it's just like, I will love again.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. This is the most painful, tragic thing that's ever happened to me, and I would do it again, and I will do it again.
Yep. It's so good. So, that homily, I've sent it to a lot of people.
Good. I hope it's helpful for them.
And it got sent to me. It's been mega passed around. Mega passed around. It's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
The duality of so many things.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting how...
Yeah, it's been a year now.
Yeah.
Back mid-April was the anniversary.
And she's still touching people's lives, that's for sure.
Jane.
A little angel babe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. This was fun.
You're welcome. This was fun. I didn't really know what to expect, but I enjoyed it, and thanks a lot for the coffee.
You're welcome. Would you recommend it to your brother priest?
The coffee?
Sure. Or riding with me.
Oh!
Those don't have to go together.
I would recommend. This is a good experience, being on Fueling
Wow.
Up with Father. Absolutely.
Let's go.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
2 enthusiastic
Perfect
thumbs up.
score? Wow. That's an honor.
As long as there's coffee.
Okay.
We went from 4 to 10 really quick.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thanks, Annie.
You're welcome. I will see you later, and I'll see you guys next week.